Hello, Steve White 89. Well, I've been having fun talking about a lot of the celebrities and genre actors that I've met at conventions and events and stuff like that, but I've also been to a lot of concerts, and I've gotten up close and been front row to a few performers that I really respect and love, and I want to share a couple of those stories. The first one is the weirdest one, and best one. Cyndi Lauper was performing at the that big there's a big venue down in Secure Beach. It's iconic. Damn it, I can't remember the name. That's so bad. Either way, she was performing there, and it's like a theater. It's not like a big arena or something. It's just a theater, and I went in and I was sitting towards the front, but I wasn't in the very front row, and it was pretty much just me and a bunch of girls. There didn't seem to be any guys around, even the gays, but they must have been somewhere. But it just seemed to be all girls around me. It was fine though. I didn't care. I was just so excited because I loved Cyndi Lauper when I was a kid. I basically come out to Girls Just Want to Have Fun because I'd sing it when I wasn't a girl, and that was an issue back in the day. And I really wanted to meet her. I remember having a picture of her in a comic of her singing. I just remember thinking, just looking at her, thinking she was just fascinating. And she's gone on to do other things, and she's done a lot of things musically, and she's never really gone away. She's always been supportive of the gay community and been an ally, and she's always been just present, always. And so she was performing, and some of the songs were newer ones I didn't recognise as much and that and stuff, but the concert was really great. And then we had this moment, because it was really weird. The security guy kept looking at me. I'm like, what am I doing? What have I done? Like, I was taking photos, and I had a zoom on my camera so I could zoom in. I was getting some decent photos, but not great or anything because I wasn't right up the front. And there wasn't a big production. It was really just her just sort of jumping around in front of the band, and that was really all. It's not like a Madonna concert or something where, Cyndi is the show. She doesn't need to put the show on around her. And yeah, the security guard just kept staring at me. I thought it was really weird. And then she was down the front, and I was zoomed in and getting photos, and she came up the aisle and like, oh, I'm getting some good photos. And then she came right up the aisle, and she came to my aisle, and she came all the way down, and she looked at me and she put her hand out, and I'm like, oh, and I took her hand and I helped her up, and she stood on the seat next to me and performed a song to the balcony above. And the whole time I was standing behind her like this, like I was scared that she was going to fall and it would be my fault. And the reason why this happened was I was the only guy in that area. And it's like, obviously they wanted a guy to help her up onto the chair and make sure she didn't fall. And I'm like, if Cyndi Lauper falls, I was just terrified, standing the whole time, scared she was going to fall. She's just standing on this scene doing a performance, and she didn't have shoes on or anything, so I guess she had a good footing. But she was just standing on this narrow little seat, because it was just really weird. And the lady next to me said, do you want a photo? And she took my camera, and she was having troubles because I'd zoomed into Cyndi down further on, down the aisle, and I hadn't adjusted the camera. So there's two pictures. One is of Cyndi and me. You can see part of her and part of me, and one is just sort of her, and I'm sort of partly on the edge because she couldn't get far enough away to get us both in the same picture. But either way, you can tell it's her. I've sort of got a photo of me and Cyndi Lauper, and I was basically like a prop, or I was like part of the stage for that little performance. And I know there's photos of people took photos upstairs in the balcony looking down at her singing. I know there's photos somewhere of me standing behind her like this, and I really want to find one because I didn't get a photo of me, actually next to her in that moment, really. But I'll put them in the thumbnails. But it was just amazing because it's this singer of the 80s that I grew up loving, and not only is she in this small venue where it felt really intimate, but she walked right up the row and took my hand, and I stood there, and it was like amazing. And she got back down, I helped her down, she went down to it, and it was amazing. But I never got to speak to her because she was singing the whole time. She was performing the song the whole time. She didn't finish the song and then say, she was performing the song as she went down, and she finished the song on the stage. And it was so weird because I felt like I never actually technically met her. I still have technically not met her, even though that happened. And she came down down to Australia for the premiere of she did that musical. I forgot the name of it, but she came here for a musical, and a friend of mine went, and he didn't have anyone to go with him because he had 2 seats, and I was going to go just to see if I could spot her from the crowd and get a photo or maybe meet her, and he actually got a photo with her and got to meet her and went in and watched the show, Kinky Boots, and I was so disappointed because if I had gone and met up with him, I'm sure he would have given me the seat because no one else showed up that he knew to give the seat to, and he met her, so I would have met her too, and I would have actually gotten to tell her my little story and say, I, had this experience, but I never actually got to meet you and actually speak to you, so hello, and I love her, and I'll see her next time she comes down, I guess, not next time she performs, but that was just great. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Thanks, bye.